Hey, this is Alec. Welcome to White Whale Comics. I've been putting this video off for a while now. The complexities of unraveling the story seemed daunting and, well, I'm lazy. Wait, I should probably provide some context first. Okay, so after I finished my Alpha Flight video, which you should watch by the way if you haven't, I knew I wanted to do another video like that, where I recapped a storyline. But I didn't want to do just any storyline. I didn't want it to be too common or too boring. It had to be just right. Okay, now I sound like Goldilocks. Anyway, I was recently looking through my collection and came across this. Vision and Scarlet Witch #1. Another book that I remember vividly from my childhood. But I never really knew the story beyond this issue. So I decided to do some reading up online, which led me down a rabbit hole of research. Which leads me to the point I should probably have started with in the first place. Did you know Vision and Scarlet Witch had 2 kids? That's right, Vision, an android, and Wanda Maximoff, aka the Scarlet Witch, a mutant, had 2 kids together. But they didn't. But they did. Confused yet? Well, it only gets worse from here. So hold on to your butts, because we're diving right in, and we're going fast.
It all starts here, in Giant Size Avengers #4. Vision and the Scarlet Witch get both engaged and married in the same issue. Not wasting any time, I guess. And apparently it wasn't very memorable, even to other Avengers, because Hawkeye promptly forgets about their marriage, even though it just happened. Clearly there are still some mysteries to be unplumbed, and we're here to unplumb them. Vision and Scarlet Witch Volume 2, Number 2. Old Vision drops this bombshell, I guess forgetting that he's an artificial robot man or whatever, and can't reproduce. Wait, can he? Vision and Scarlet Witch Volume 2, Number 3. The happy couple stroll through the woods, discussing the intricacies of breeding? Nope, that sounds gross. Anyway, you get it. Then, out of nowhere, they end up getting captured by the New Salem witches, who want to burn Vision and Wanda at the stake, for reasons I don't have the time or energy to get into. But then this happens, and then Wanda is just pregnant?
Well, that can't be right. What happens in the next issue?
Oh, okay. I guess she's pregnant. And also doesn't know how to hug people? But, oh, she created the baby by focusing her magic, not, Makes sense. When Scarlet Witch shares the good news with Vision, who's wearing blue jeans, boots, and some sort of jaunty cap for some reason, he falls down, I assume from joy, and perhaps confusion about how long it takes for a baby to be born. Then, over the course of the next few issues, everything seems to just be normal. Wanda's pregnancy progresses without problem, except for the fact that numerous references are made about how big she's getting, including, in issue 10, Toad being utterly disgusted by her appearance.
Seems unnecessary, but whatever.
This, I guess, is supposed to be foreshadowing, or something, because in issue 12 she has the baby. Wait, babies? Yep, twins, Thomas and William, which explains why she was as big as a barrel. Her words, not mine. And the happy family rejoices together.
So, that's the story of how Vision and Scarlet Witch had kids. Huh. I didn't know what I was so worried about. That wasn't so complicated. Wait, what do you mean they aren't real? What about Mephisto? Well, I guess we're going back in.
Okay, so we have to go back a little ways. Way back in Fantastic Four 277, Franklin Richards, son of Reed and Sue Richards, seemingly obliterated Mephisto, the Lord of Hell and Prince of Lies, with a massive energy blast. Then, in West Coast Avengers Volume 2, Number 15, we hear a story about Mephisto replacing this dude's arms with demons, and stealing his soul, and splitting it into 5 pieces. Because of all this, that dude, Martin Preston, turns into Pandemonium, and the West Coast Avengers even help him retrieve the first piece of his soul. Then, 3 years later, in Avengers West Coast, not to be confused with West Coast Avengers, we finally find out the shocking truth about the Scarlet Witch's children. And the truth is that they were part of Pandemonium's soul, and now they're his arms.
Hold on. This is insane, right?
Oh, he kidnapped them and stole their souls, and just by coincidence they were part of his soul?
Oh, much better. Continue.
But then, Agatha Harkness tells the Human Torch, not that one, this one. They look the same, but this one's an android. And you know what, it doesn't matter. Agatha Harkness tells him and his BFF Anne Raymond that the children aren't real, but instead manifestations of Wanda's will. And if she isn't thinking about them in any given moment, they disappear.
Over the years, there were a number of hints dropped that this might be the case. But still, weird. So does all of this actually come together? Yes. Well, sort of.
We find out that Franklin Richards hadn't destroyed Mephisto at all, but instead shattered his essence into 6 parts, leaving him as 1 part, and the other 5 of which he needed to recover to become whole again. And instead of, looking for the pieces himself, Mephisto came up with the much simpler plan of turning a guy's arms into demons and convincing him his soul was split into 5 pieces, which he needed to find to fill a star-shaped hole in his stomach. Cool. But, as we know by now, in reality the 5 pieces Pandemonium was looking for was actually Mephisto's missing quintessence. Once all of this information comes out, Mephisto banishes Pandemonium to regain his missing shards, and becomes whole again. Agatha Harkness pounces on this opportunity after actually giving Pandemonium the final 2 shards, making Mephisto whole again, so she can re-destroy him, instead of just... never mind. But destroying Mephisto also came at the expense of the 2 children, who were pieces of Mephisto's scattered soul, so they aren't real, and never were. So how were they ever, then? Well, the timing just so happened to work out perfectly that exactly when the Scarlet Witch was wishing hard enough to become pregnant, Mephisto's soul split, and she unknowingly harnessed 2 of the fragments of his quintessence as vessels for her to infuse with imagination, willing the children into reality? But I thought they were tied to her consciousness, and would continue to exist as long as she thought about them. What happens when she regains consciousness and thinks about them again? Great question, Wasp. Agatha's got that covered. She'll just close up that corner of her mind for all time. Yikes.
Oh boy, that was complicated. Sure glad we got that sorted out. What do you mean they were reintroduced to the MCU? When? 2005? But... okay, fine.
In 2005's event, House of M, Scarlet Witch negates the powers of over 1 million mutants, and...
you know what? I can't do it, Marvel. This is too much. Too much. Here's what you need to know.
Scarlet Witch was missing, and these 2 kids, Tommy Shepard, aka Speed, and Billy Kaplan, aka Wiccan, try to find her because, even though they were each born to different parents, they believe Wanda's their mother. But there's no way that... oh. Okay. I guess they are? Any explanation, at least?
Nope. Okay. Cool. So we're done, right? But do they exist? Or don't they? You know what? Let's just say that they do. Mystery solved. Even though I raised more questions than I maybe answered in this video, I hope you still enjoyed watching. Until next time, never turn your back.